Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my little corner of sharing. Today, let's talk about sleep during our golden years, a topic that truly matters. Sleep plays a vital role for older adults. It not only helps the body recover, but also maintains mental health, memory, and immune function. When seniors get enough deep sleep, it can enhance brain function, reduce the risk of cognitive decline, stabilize blood pressure, and help prevent heart-related issues. Moreover, good sleep supports emotional balance, reducing anxiety and depression, challenges often faced in this stage of life. However, as we age, sleep quality tends to decline due to various factors such as hormonal changes, reduced melatonin production, chronic illnesses like diabetes or arthritis, side effects from medications, or emotional struggles like loneliness and worry. Poor sleep or insomnia in older adults can lead to confusion, memory loss, imbalance, increased risk of falls, and chronic health problems. A weakened immune system also means infections become more frequent and recovery takes longer. Therefore, taking care of our sleep is essential for improving quality of life and promoting longevity. Let's now listen to the story of Mrs. Olivia and explore 4 bedtime habits to avoid after the age of 70 to help protect and improve your precious golden sleep starting today. The clock ticks past 9:30 p.m. in Maplewood, a sleepy suburb nestled on the outskirts of Chicago. The streets are hushed, save for the occasional rustle of leaves in the autumn breeze. Inside a modest 2-story home with faded yellow siding, 72-year-old Olivia Dawson stands at her kitchen counter, her hands trembling slightly as she pours hot water over a chamomile tea bag. Her silver hair is pulled into a loose bun, strands escaping to frame her tired face. Dark circles shadow her eyes, a testament to months, maybe years, of restless nights. Olivia shuffles to the table, her slippers whispering against the worn hardwood floor. She sets the mug down with a soft clink and glances at the photo on the wall. Her and her late husband, Tom, smiling on their 40th anniversary. 2 years since he passed, and the silence of the house still feels like a heavy blanket she can't shake off. The back door creaks open, and her daughter, Lisa, steps inside, brushing fallen leaves off her coat. At 45, Lisa's a seasoned nurse with a no-nonsense air, softened by the warmth in her hazel eyes. She's been staying over more often since Tom's death, a quiet promise to keep her mother company. "Mom, you're still up?" Lisa says, hanging her coat on the rack. She crosses the kitchen, peering at Olivia with concern. "You look like you haven't slept in a week." Olivia forces a smile, sipping her tea. "Oh, don't fuss, Lisa. It's just how it is when you're my age. I'll be fine after this and a little TV." Lisa slides into the chair across from her, resting her elbows on the table. "No, it's not just age. I've seen you dragging lately, moving slower, forgetting things. I read this article at work about bedtime habits that can silently wreck seniors' health after 70. We need to talk about it." Olivia chuckles, the sound dry and weary. "Bedtime habits? Honey, I've been going to bed the same way since Nixon was president. What's there to fix?" Lisa pulls a notepad from her purse, her nurse mode kicking in. "Plenty, if it means you stop looking like a zombie. Humor me, okay? Let's go through your routine, step by step." Olivia rolls her eyes, but leans back, crossing her arms. "All right, Nurse Lisa, hit me with your wisdom." Lisa flips open her notepad, pen poised. "First up, what did you eat tonight?" Olivia taps her chin, thinking. "Dinner was around 6. Chicken, mashed potatoes, some green beans. Then, about an hour ago, I had a bowl of Rocky Road ice cream. Helps me relax. Lisa's pen scratches across the page, her lips pursing. Ice cream at 8:30. That's habit number 1 right there, Mom. Late night snacking, especially sugary stuff, is a health thief for seniors. Olivia blinks, incredulous. Ice cream's a crime now. It's 1 scoop, Lisa, not a gallon. It's not the ice cream itself, Lisa says, leaning forward. It's when you eat it. Your body's winding down at night, but when you eat that close to bed, it's still churning away, digesting. For someone over 70, that can spike your blood sugar, strain your metabolism, and keep you awake with indigestion. I've had patients at the hospital up all night with heartburn because of this. Olivia frowns, cradling her mug. So what? I'm supposed to go hungry after dinner? No way, Lisa says with a grin. Just shift it earlier, like 6:30 or 7, and maybe trade the rocky road for something lighter. A banana, some yogurt, a few almonds. Keeps your stomach settled and your sleep on track. Olivia tilts her head, skeptical. Almonds instead of chocolate chips. You're sucking the joy out of my golden years. Lisa laughs. Trust me, Mom. You'll feel the difference. What's next in your routine? Lisa flips to a fresh page, her enthusiasm building. Okay, after your tea, what then? Olivia nods toward the living room, where the TV glows faintly through the doorway. I watch a little TV. That crime show, Murder Mysteries, keeps my mind sharp. Lisa's eyes narrow. How long's a little? Be honest, I've caught you up past midnight before. Olivia shrugs, a guilty smirk tugging at her lips. An hour, maybe 2. Depends if they catch the killer or not. There it is, Lisa says, circling something dramatically on her notepad. Habit number 2. Too much screen time before bed. That blue light from the TV or your phone, if you're sneaking a peek at Facebook, messes with your brain. It suppresses melatonin, the sleep hormone. Olivia squints. Melatonin? I've got those pills in the bathroom. Doesn't that fix it? Not if you're drowning your eyes in light, Lisa counters. After 70, your body's already making less melatonin naturally. Screens make it worse. And those crime shows, they're pumping adrenaline through you. Not exactly a lullaby. Olivia leans back, arms crossed again. So what am I supposed to do? Stare at the ceiling? How about a book? Lisa suggests. Or some soft music. Maybe that jazz you and Dad used to love. Even a crossword puzzle. Something that eases you into sleep, not revs you up. Olivia sighs, glancing at the TV longingly. You're turning me into a monk, Lisa. It's for your own good, Lisa says, her tone softening. You deserve to wake up refreshed, not wrecked. Lisa presses on, undeterred. Next up, what's in that tea? Olivia holds up her mug like a trophy. Chamomile, caffeine-free, supposed to help me sleep. See, I'm not a total lost cause. Lisa nods, impressed. Solid choice. But what about earlier today? Any coffee, soda, anything sneaky? Olivia hesitates, then admits. I had a cup of coffee around 3, just a small one, black, to shake off that afternoon slump. Lisa groans, scribbling furiously. Habit number 3, caffeine too late. Mom, at your age, caffeine hangs around in your system way longer, up to 10 hours sometimes. That 3 p.m. cup could still be buzzing when you hit the pillow. Olivia's jaw drops. 10 hours? It's one little cup. I'm not chugging energy drinks. Your body doesn't clear it out as fast as it used to. Lisa explains. It's not just coffee, soda, chocolate, even some teas sneak caffeine in. It keeps your brain wired when it should be winding down. Swap that afternoon pick-me-up for a walk or a glass of water. Olivia sips her tea, mulling it over. A walk, huh? I could pop over to Mrs. Carter's, see what gossip she's got brewing. Perfect, Lisa says, beaming. Better than a caffeine crash keeping you up till 2 a.m. Lisa flips to her final page, her notepad now a battlefield of notes and circles. Last one, I swear. What time do you actually go to bed? Olivia shrugs, vague as ever. Depends. Some nights 10, some nights midnight. Whenever I feel like it. Lisa shakes her head, exasperated. Habit number 4, no sleep schedule. Your body craves routine, especially after 70. When you bounce around like that, your internal clock's a mess. That's why you're exhausted. You're not giving your brain a clear, lights-out signal. Olivia frowns, defensive. But I'm not always tired at 10. Some nights I'm wide awake, thinking about everything. That's the other habits at work, Lisa says gently. The ice cream sugar rush, the TV adrenaline, the coffee buzz. They're throwing you off. Fix those. Set a bedtime, like 10:30 every night, and stick to it. Your body will catch up, and you'll sleep deeper. Olivia leans forward, resting her chin on her hand. You really think this'll work? I'm not just some experiment for your nursing theories, am I? Lisa reaches across the table, squeezing her mom's hand. I know it'll work. I've seen it with patients. Better sleep, more energy, sharper minds. You want to keep chasing the grandkids around, don't you? Olivia's eyes soften at the thought of little Tommy and Ellie. You're pulling out the big guns now. Whatever it takes, Lisa says with a wink. The next evening, Olivia stands in her kitchen, arms crossed, staring at the carton of Rocky Road ice cream in her freezer like it's an old friend she's not quite ready to say goodbye to. She sighs, shuts the freezer door with a gentle thud, and reaches instead for a ripe banana on the counter. Slicing it neatly onto a small plate, she glances at the clock. 6:45 p.m., right on time, just like Lisa suggested. She sits at the table, the soft murmur of the radio playing in the background, and eats slowly, not entirely convinced, but willing to try. By 9 p.m., Olivia makes another compromise. Instead of 3 back-to-back episodes of murder mysteries, she watches just one, grudgingly, but finds herself more intrigued than annoyed by the change. When the credits roll, she clicks off the TV and heads to the bookshelf, fingers skimming past dusty biographies and gardening guides until they land on a worn, dog-eared paperback, The Heart of Willow Creek. A blush rises to her cheeks as she remembers devouring it in her 40s, wrapped in a blanket, while Tom snored on the couch beside her. The pages smell faintly of lavender and thyme. She brews a mug of chamomile tea, leaving out the afternoon coffee as promised, and takes a slow walk around the block in the dusky air. The scent of fresh-cut grass lingers. She waves to Mr. Alvarez, watering his petunias, and Mrs. Ang sweeping her porch. There's a soft calm in the neighborhood, a rhythm she hasn't noticed in a while. By 10:30 p.m., the house is quiet. The lights are off. Olivia lies in bed, hands folded gently over her stomach, listening to the hum of the ceiling fan. Sleep doesn't come easily that first night. At 2 a.m., she wakes, eyes wide, staring into the dark. Her thoughts run wild. Tom's warm laugh, echoing from some far-off memory. The utility bill lying unopened on the counter. The steady ache in her knees that seems louder in the silence. Her fingers twitch toward the remote, but she stops herself. Instead, she closes her eyes, places a hand over her chest, and breathes deeply. In, outside, again. It's not perfect, but it's a start. By the third night, something shifts. Her body, hesitant at first, begins to trust the rhythm. She drifts off more easily, sleeps more deeply, and when she wakes at 7 a.m., There's a lightness in her chest she hasn't felt in years. She stretches, hums a few bars of an old jazz tune, and even dances a little jig while stirring her morning oatmeal, surprising herself with the energy bubbling just beneath the surface. That Saturday, the phone rings just after lunch. Lisa's voice crackles through the receiver with that familiar mix of teasing and concern. "So how's my star patient holding up?" Olivia chuckles, a rich, full laugh that hasn't passed her lips in months. "Well, I'll be darned if you weren't right," she says, leaning against the kitchen counter. "I've been sleeping like a log. Got up yesterday and weeded half the garden without feeling like death warmed over. Even planted some new lavender." Lisa lets out a triumphant whoop. "Told you, didn't I? Keep it up, Mom. You've got a few more decades of chaos with the grandkids to survive, and I'm not doing it alone." Olivia smiles, eyes drifting toward the window where the sun spills across her flower beds. "You just might be onto something, sweetheart," she murmurs, more to herself than the phone. And for the first time in a long while, she truly believes it. Olivia's transformation isn't something that stays tucked away in the quiet corners of her life. It radiates. One crisp morning, as she strolls through the neighborhood park, arm in arm with her old friend Mrs. Carter, their conversation drifts to sleep, or rather, the lack of it. With a twinkle in her eye and newfound energy in her step, Olivia begins to share the simple yet powerful wisdom she received from Lisa. 4 little habits that changed everything. Later that afternoon, over a cup of decaf at the cozy cafe by the church, Olivia leans in and confides, "I didn't realize how much those tiny things were stealing from me. My sleep, my energy, even my joy." Mrs. Carter listens, wide-eyed, and nods slowly. Within days, word spreads like warm honey through the heart of Maplewood's senior community. At the weekly book club meeting, Edna shyly admits she's swapped her beloved late-night cookies for a few crisp apple slices, and she's sleeping like she hasn't in years. George, a retired high school principal, has traded his stressful nightly news marathons for a low-volume stream of classical music. "Bach's better for blood pressure," he chuckles. Conversations begin to change. There's laughter again, less yawning. A certain sparkle creeps back into tired eyes. Lisa, touched by Olivia's progress, begins offering the 4 habits to her patients at the hospital, adapting them gently for each person's life and struggles. The advice isn't flashy, it isn't expensive, but it's rooted in care and clarity. And quietly, steadily, it's helping people reclaim something sacred: peaceful, healing sleep. A month later, Olivia finds herself on her front porch as twilight settles in. She cradles a warm mug of chamomile tea, steam curling up into the cool evening air. The sun is dipping low, smearing the sky with streaks of coral and rose. She's 72, but in this moment, she doesn't feel old. She feels whole. Her mind is sharp. Her heart is calm. The weight she didn't know she'd been carrying of fatigue, fog, restlessness has lifted. And all it took was letting go of 4 small silent saboteurs that had been stealing her nights 1 hour at a time. As the stars begin to emerge, blinking softly in the darkening sky, Olivia smiles, a deep private smile. Maybe Lisa's onto something after all. Always remember these 4 bedtime habits to avoid. After 70, number 1, late night snacking. Eating near bedtime disrupts digestion and sleep. Shift to earlier, lighter options like fruit or nuts. Number 2, too much screen time. Blue light and excitement derail melatonin production. Opt for books, music, or puzzles instead. Number 3, late caffeine. Afternoon caffeine lingers, keeping you wired. Replace it with walks or hydrating drinks. Number 4. Inconsistent sleep schedule. Irregular bedtimes confuse your body clock. Set a consistent time and stick to it. The night sky over Maplewood sparkles with stars, like tiny lanterns illuminating the path ahead. Olivia Dawson sits there, on her porch swing, the now cool chamomile tea cradled in her hands. With each breath, she feels a lightness, a peace she thought was lost forever after years of battling restless nights and fading health. From a weary woman trapped by unwitting habits, she has rediscovered herself through small, meaningful steps. Olivia's story isn't just the personal journey of a 72-year-old woman. It's a reminder for all of us, regardless of age, that health isn't a given. It's built through daily choices. 4 seemingly harmless habits: late-night snacking, screen obsession, late caffeine, and erratic sleep schedules had quietly sapped her vitality, like silent thieves in the night. But when she recognized them and made a change, something miraculous happened. Sleep returned, energy surged, and the joy of living was rekindled. What's the deeper lesson here? It's that we don't have to wait for our bodies to cry out in pain or exhaustion before we act. Health, especially in later years, is like a garden. If you tend to it consistently, water it at the right time, and pull the weeds when needed, it will bloom vibrantly. Small shifts like eating earlier, turning off screens before bed, skipping late caffeine, and sticking to a sleep routine didn't just help Olivia, they can transform anyone's life. It doesn't require grand sacrifices, just patience and awareness. Imagine waking up one day, no longer drained or sluggish, but brimming with energy to do what you love. Playing with grandkids, tending your flowers, or simply savoring a peaceful morning. That's not a distant dream. It's within your reach, starting today. Don't let bad habits silently steal your precious time. Begin small. Tonight, put the phone down. Sip tea instead of coffee, and go to bed on time. You'll be amazed at how your body responds. We urge you, take action now. Whether you're 70 or just 40, good habits are a gift to yourself and your loved ones. Share this story with family, friends, or anyone who needs a nudge. Let's build healthier lives together, one restful night at a time. You're not alone on this journey. Olivia did it, and so can you. Lastly, thank you for joining us through Olivia's story. If you found this meaningful, please support our channel by following, sharing, and leaving your thoughts. Your support fuels us to keep bringing you inspiring stories and practical lessons. Let's spread health and joy together, because every day is a chance to live better.